J-Dog here, Johnny Duke, the old guy gamer. And today I'm going to be looking at the two modes that I play most on Diamond Dynasty now that I've had the game for the weekend and I've had a chance to really kind of get in here and play some games and see what's what. So I'm kind of going to break this down into two parts. I'll be looking at both the new mini playoffs, or mini season I think is actually what they call it, mini seasons, and the Conquest modes, which are my two favorite and the two modes that I'm probably going to exclusively play. Mini Seasons is brand new. Conquest has been returning for quite some time now, and I do enjoy Conquest. So I'll also kind of break down presentation and some menu stuff, and we'll just kind of look around and see what's what. So the first thing I want to say is that one thing I love about the show way more than NBA is that the menus are very easy to use. Everything you're looking for is quite simple. You don't have to dig very far for stuff, and like if you want to look at what you have, um, everything's broken down for you. Um, NBA is just it's so difficult and so confusing to learn. They could really learn something and kind of steal, I guess, what you would say that MLB The Show has been doing for a while now, which is to just put all your cards together, make it easy to see what you do and don't have. You can easily go and search for them in the market if you want to try to buy it. It's really simple and intuitive, and the same can't be said at all for NBA. So that's one thing I like a lot more about the show compared to that. So the main thing that we've got, kind of everything for solo mode is packed into this play tab. Right now, there's only a couple of programs active. Faces of the Franchise, which you get XP for doing anything in the game. As you can see, I've already gotten to level 7. I've earned over 105,000 XP, and it's mostly from just playing. You can do the daily moments and stuff. It's a good way to pick up some quick points. They have this is what I've been doing a lot of, where you can grind. They give you these packs will unlock these players, and then you can grind more points out of them by just doing some challenges. Not challenges. I'm sorry. You just earn the XP just by playing, and as you go through, each one is worth 500 XP, which counts towards your program. So I've managed to knock out George Brett, Jim Edmonds, and I'm still working on a bunch. But as you can see, you can rack up points pretty easy doing that, and you just need to get, for the pitchers, it's 500 of the the card experience points. It's 350 for the batters. The pitchers tend to go pretty quick for me. I could normally do it in about 5 or 6 games if they're starters. The hitters, I'm playing on veterans, so it's taking a little bit longer, but you have 25 days to do this, and I don't think I'm going to have any issue finishing it off. And they're going to release more stuff, obviously, as the season goes on to make it easier for you to get to the end. But one thing I do like is that all of these points you can earn just by playing solo. You don't have to do any multiplayer missions. And that's what's important to me. I want to earn this stuff playing at my own pace, doing my own thing, and I don't want to do it online. So this is very accommodating to that. You can do the conquest modes. You can do these showdown modes. If you do the showdown, you earn 15,000 points right there. March to October, you'll earn various amounts depending on what you end up doing. I don't typically play those modes, but by all means, if that's your cup of tea, you can still rack up the XP by doing that. So I will applaud them for that. The only other program available right now is the starter Babe Ruth, which is very simple and didn't take a whole lot of time. One thing you have to do here is the moments, which can be a bit tedious, but it wasn't too bad. It didn't take a lot of time, and you get a gold outfielder card to help you out starting. With the Faces of the Franchise, you unlock these flashback and legend packs that I was talking about. You pick 3 of them, and then you can do more. You can level them up, or get the experience on the cards to get more levels. And then eventually you'll start earning things like these Faces of the Franchise pick packs, where you can pick diamond players to help round out your team. So it's pretty good the way that you kind of work up to getting more powerful cards. My team isn't super stacked yet. I haven't really been spending any money. I got the packs that came with the pre-order, and then I've earned a bunch of packs from playing. But I haven't spent a ton of money in the auction house, and you know, the prices are really high right now anyway, as a lot of people still haven't even gotten the game yet. But as you can see, I mean, just from playing, I got this as part of the pre-order, but just from playing, I've got a lot of golds. I've opened Kyle Tucker in a pack. He's just sitting on my bench right now because I'm trying to work on some of these programs to get more XP, but he'll eventually be out in right field starting for me. And then I opened Clayton Kershaw as well. So I've already opened 2 diamonds in the course of this weekend, and I bet I haven't even opened 40 packs yet. Maybe upwards of 50. But again, 20 came with the game, and the rest you just earned by doing stuff. Most of them have been earned through playing the single player mode Conquest maps.
Welcome to
This
Conquest,
is
a
one of the things that
fan-favorite
annoys me most about
single-player
the
mode
game.
in
Every
Diamond
time you get
Dynasty.
into
Your
Conquest,
goal is to
these
dominate the map
videos
by
start
taking
over the first time you do anything in Conquest, which I hope they fix that soon. It's a minor thing, but it is definitely an inconvenience. But as you're doing your Conquest map, if you haven't done it before, you unlock a lot of packs and cards and jerseys and all sorts of stuff. And then when you finish it, you get a 10 pack for just completing the map, I think it is. Yeah, 10 the show pack. So it's a good way you can repeat that too. So it's a good way to just rack up packs if you want to. You get some stubs to spend in the auction house too. But along the way, they have other stuff you can do. Like if you the first time you beat the whole map, you're gonna get the 88 overall Mike Piazza, which is kind of a reason why I'm rushing through it, because I could really use a good catcher, and he is far and away the best that I would have on my team. So when I finish it, I'm gonna get this pretty decent diamond Mike Piazza, which I'm looking forward to. But there's also, if you once you beat all the AL teams, you're gonna get Didi Gregorius, Kerry Wood for beating the NL. So you can really improve your team just by doing this map. And of course, I've completed some of these already. But the other main thing you get is after you beat all of the like ALT East teams, you get the prospect reward pack, which allows you to choose 2 players. They're normally around 82 to 84, as far as so they're golds, not diamonds. But you get those for free, and you can get a whole bunch of them. And again, I got a few playing on my main team right now. So this is pretty straightforward. If you've played this mode before, they haven't made any major changes except for one really major one that is very exciting. I'm going to show it to you right now. When you simulate a game against the computer, it goes way faster than it used to. The most inconvenient thing about this mode is that it took forever to play because you had to wait and wait and wait for these games to simulate. But now, I mean, it's not as noticeable when you're just taking on one fan from their stronghold. But when you are like simulating against something that has like 7 or 8 fans, it just like blasts right through it, and you don't have to spend a lot of time waiting. So I'm glad that they've improved that, because that was a major drag to this game mode. But that's been fixed. So my only hope now is that you can kind of maybe like pick a path of where you want to go, and you can auto sim instead of having to do each individual hexagon. Or I guess those are not hexagons. Oh no, they are hexagons. But instead of having to do each one of those individually, you could just pick a path and let the whole thing just sim out. So either you win all the way through, or you've run out of your fans to continue playing. I think that's the only thing I'd like to see them do to make this a little bit faster, just so it's not such a time drag. Just trying to, because all of these you have to individually conquer, which is just time consuming. Even though they have sped it up, it's still a bit time consuming. So as you can see, I only really have the Eastern Seaboard left, and then I will have my Mike Piazza. So I'm going to jump into a game here and just kind of play through one, and then kind of go through the simulating part at the end, just so you can see the whole process. For those of you who have played before, you'll see that it is faster. I am playing on veteran right now still. My team is starting to get better. My skills are starting to get better again. So I'll probably eventually move up to All-Star, but I'm just trying to knock this map out as quick as possible so that I can get the rewards and then I can do it again on All-Star. So I am using Cliff Lee right now as the one that I'm trying to get the XP for to get the 500 towards the program. I think this is actually going to be the first game I pitch with him. But I've been basically sticking with Ohtani, just trying to level his card up. Because at each... every time you level them up, they gain one attribute to everything. The card goes up one, so I tend to stick with one player just to try to level that card up as fast as possible. But I need the points right now, so I'm moving around a lot with other starters like Cliff Lee, for example. But there is a way that you can get Ohtani to be your relief pitcher or to pinch hit for Lee and leave him in so that you can kind of get him in every game as a relief pitcher slash bat, which it's nice to have him as the pinch hitter for the pitcher, as this game still has pitchers hitting. Unfortunately, they haven't been able to take it out. So that's a drawback, but with Ohtani, you can kind of cheat the system a little bit. So that you can get him in there and still level him up while working on your other pitchers. So hopefully the game unfolds so that I can show you how I'm doing that, because it's a little bit of pain because they won't let you do a double switch with the pitcher for some reason. I'm not entirely sure why, but you can't switch Ohtani from left field into pitcher. I haven't been able to figure it out yet. Maybe there is a way, but it's something I'm trying to figure out. Because you should be able to.
That's a laser.
So we're off to a good start here. Mickey Mantle just got me a double.
And that's a double. Go-ahead run holds up at third as the ball comes back in. Second and third after the double.
It's a good time, I think, to talk about PCI, which is this aiming device here in the middle. It took me a long time to find a good way for me to do this so that I'm not kind of overcommitting when the ball comes in. I used to keep my PCI up here, but I found that I was trying to move with the ball movement, but I tend to get under the balls and drop too fast. It doesn't work out for me. I know a lot of people like to do the dance thing where they just kind of sit here and move it around while they're waiting for the pitch, but I find it best to just move it up a little from the middle. I'm able to cover the entire zone without overcommitting anywhere, and I can pick the ball up as it's coming in. And this is how I've ended up starting to have success with this game, is just a slight movement up. I get downwards too sometimes when I'm going with a submarine style pitcher,
that one is lifted in the air.
But most of the time I'm going to just move it slightly up.
He'll score the sac fly, and they lead by 2.
And I find that if I come down too far, I can't get up to the zone, and if I'm up too high, I overcommit dropping down. So if you're having any of those issues, maybe just kind of move it just slightly so that you can get kind of equal distance to all parts of the zone.
Swing and a line drive caught. Number 4 will hit next. Obviously a guy who makes good contact, hits
graphically, I mean, the game just looks amazing. You can clearly, well, on my TV, you can clearly read all the stats up on the scoreboard back there.
They're so reliant on the matchups nowadays, Chris, and it's huge when you don't have to sit a guy or platoon him.
Clouds
when you
amazing.
Can hit both sides in terms of pitchers' arms, you're a guy that it's hard to take out of the lineup.
Across the field
it's very important today when everything is under the microscope.
Pretty.
Towards right center field. Duvall makes the
catch. Pretty good first inning.
And that'll do it.
Up a couple of runs.
Bottom of the first.
The other thing I really like about these modes is they're just so fast. 3-inning games are just perfect for me.
Bounce to the right. And
the downside is, of course, your pitchers. As you can see, my energy meter is pretty low already. Normally, it's hard to get 2 innings, and sometimes you can't even get more than 1 with your starter. Especially if you run into one of those
Late
at
on that
bats that
fastball.
happens where the computer gets like 14 foul
fastball
balls
right
and you
there.
can't
He
get
didn't
one
look
by
ready
him
for
or
the
put him in
velocity.
play.
I think it'd be a mistake to throw him anything off speed right here.
That's a base hit. Runner on at
I had a
first
lot
with
of
one
fun with
gone.
the
Here's the
Jersey
speed
editor
threat.
too. It
Ronald
took me a while to
Acuna
find
Jr.
this
You know, when you look
current
around the game and think about
jersey
the best
combination
power
that my
hitters in the
players are
sport,
rocking.
this guy
I've
is one of
had
the
3
first names
different
you gotta
color
come up with.
schemes, different
With 2
logos.
strikes, may see some
It's easy to
movement over there
download
at
logos
first
that
base,
people
trying to
have
stay
made.
out
Like the
of
one
a
that
double play here.
my team has, this
On the ground
dog.
to second,
Somebody
might
made that
be 2.
online and I just
Off
downloaded
balance
it.
feet,
It was
there's
perfect.
1. Not in time at
I like the
first.
colors.
It's the
It
fielder's
matches
choice.
my team name of
Here's Matt
J-Dog.
Olson.
The first baseman.
And a pitch.
Some
And a
people
good
really have a
fastball
lot
to
of
start him
talent.
off.
I mean, you
That's
can't see
strike
that
1.
thing close
Wow,
up,
we
but
call
the
that
person who
keyhole.
did it
Even though
did
it's
an
right
amazing
there and
job.
looks pretty good, if he doesn't love it, he's not going to swing that early in the count.
Kicks and fires. Acuna off of first with 2 away. That one down the line.
Snuck it by.
Slides, but he can't.
That's also what happens a
come up
lot when
with
you
it.
have somebody out of position playing first base. But I don't really have a good first
And next
baseman
for
yet.
Atlanta,
It's something
Adam
I'm going to
Duvall.
snag when I get a
back to
chance in
work.
one of these packs.
That's in
As
there.
another good
Yeah, I'm
first
surprised we
baseman.
didn't see a visit from the pitching coach here. Just to remind him, focus on the hitter. Don't worry about anything else.
Corners are occupied with 2 down. Next offering is in for a strike.
All right, let's try to get the punch out here.
That one ripped.
Oh, that'll do it though.
And that is the
So-
inning.
Pretty uneventful first inning. Obviously, they got a couple of hits, but
Left-hander out of the
you know, we're
bullpen.
in the
A.J.
second inning
Mitchell.
of 3 innings,
It's
and
his
we've
job
got a
to keep his team in the game.
2-run lead, so that's good.
Top of the second.
If you look right next to where it says
And
my
Jay
team name
Melendez.
JDG in Atlanta in the lower right, there's a little
Pitch.
meter that's brown and red.
Swing
And that kind of
and a
changes with
miss.
the win percentage,
Strike
or the,
one.
Power
what
relievers,
do they
one
call
after
it?
another coming out of the bullpen
Win
these days.
likelihood
Gotta
or
be
whatever.
ready for
They have a
that first
percentage
pitch
of you
heater.
winning.
The
So you can see
0-1.
it's pretty far in my favor,
Inside corner, and that's
as there's
called
hardly
a
any
strike.
red showing, but it's
Minter,
kind of neat to
he's
watch
one of
that
those
change
guys who
during
uses
the
the
game
cut
as you're going
fastball as
through.
his primary offering, and when it's on, it can induce a lot of weak contact. Next one misses, and that's ball 1.
And the late movement on the
I will
cutter
also
is
tell
really
also
what
tell you
makes it
that if
so
you struggle with
effective,
hitting,
because as a hitter, you
they do
make
have a practice
decision
hitting
whether
mode,
you're going to swing or
and you
take a
can
pitch
select certain
before it actually
pitches
gets into the zone.
so that you can
that
learn
late
how they
movement
break,
causes it to miss
what
the
they
barrel
look
of the
like.
bat, sometimes miss the
It
bat
really
entirely.
helped improve my hitting.
On
And
the ground right
I
side.
still struggle with
Albies over to first in time.
sliders and
quickly
change-ups
one
low
away
in the
second.
zone.
Good fade
But
and sinking
when I
action
started
with that changeup,
hitting,
got that hitter to roll over.
when I started playing this game very heavy, probably about 4 or 5 years ago, I had to use the directional hitting where you didn't use this PCI in the
First
middle
offering is fouled
to
off.
aim
Yeah, they
to
talk
hit
about
the ball.
cutters as being
'Cause
lane
I couldn't do
changers
it.
because it's more of that
But
side-to-side
you watch enough
movement
of these
and
pitches
very little
and you
of the
practice
downward
enough,
tilt.
and even somebody who doesn't have the
Taps
natural
softly to the
ability,
right side,
like me,
and he
can
handles
start
it
to do
himself for
okay
the out.
hitting. At least on these lower levels. But as the season progresses, I'll step my levels up. Now, they want me to bring in a pinch hitter for Cliff Lee, which this time I'm going to do just to show you this little Otani trick. So I can put him in to pitch to pinch hit for Cliff Lee. And when it goes to the next inning, he's already going to be in the pitcher spot, so he'll stay in as the pitcher.
Pinch hitter coming on.
Which he,
Shohei Ohtani.
you know, is
Trying
that
to get
dual
something
threat
going
that
for
you
him
want
with 2
anyway.
away.
He can rake, and he's going to go and give me a couple of innings. So
And a pitch.
he got me with a changeup down. Never fails.
2 down, nobody on. And that's downstairs and outside.
At least I laid off of that one.
And that's outside.
I do find, though, I have a TV. This is on a PS5 and a TV that
2 and
is
1
built for a
now.
PS5, and it's really easier to see the
First
ball
pitch
movement
strike
now
from the
than it
pitcher,
was on a
but then no
PS4
panic at all by the hitter.
older
Very
TV.
patient, showing good discipline. Now he's
So
in the
that
driver's seat
definitely
with the
helps,
3-1 count.
Swings and blasts one deep to left center.
Gonna give that one a ride.
And that
Gone.
one is gone.
So that's why I like to sub him in, right? And come in and just belt a home run. And then he's going to come back in the bottom of the inning and do some pitching for me. So
it's always impressive to me when someone jumps in there and gets it out. It's a huge lift for your ball club as well.
Here comes the new arm for the Braves, Darren O'Day. And his job is to collect quick outs and keep his team within striking distance.
Four-seam and sinker.
Now, here is Michael Young.
So this is where I might drop my PCI down lower because he's doing that submarine sidearm action. So I'm less worried about the top of the zone now.
Ball one there.
That's where you want it. It's a good miss.
Here's a 1-1. Swing and a tapper that rolls foul.
Gosh, he's it's just like in the real major leagues. These guys with these weird throwing angles, they mess you up.
O'Day ahead 1-2. Good eye in that spot.
Luckily, again, the pitchers don't have a lot of stamina, so I probably wouldn't even see them next inning. We work the count back full. Let's see what we get here.
Here comes a 3-2. Out there to center.
Well, that'll end the inning anyway.
And Acuna able to make the grab. And that'll do it.
All right, game's halfway done here.
Welcome back. Here's the left fielder, Eddie Rosario. The Braves in striking distance, but have some work to do.
Boog, it starts with the leadoff man. Need a good at-bat out of him right here.
Popped up to the left, into foul ground. Makes the catch up against the wall in foul territory.
I think the defense that you
Dansby Swanson next up
do
for the
on the
Braves.
game, I think the computer does a nice job of kind of assisting you.
Just misses.
You're able to get to most things. The game plays really well. I mean, I say that as somebody who's been playing this now for years, but
they say
it's smooth, especially for being at release. I haven't had too many issues with.
Well, this ball is crushed into left field. It's on its way and gone.
.445 feet. He got all of that one.
And now the catcher comes up to him. Travis d'Arnaud.
Batting eight.
And that's in there for strike one.
Another thing I've noticed is the strike zone sometimes isn't called perfect, which I feel like last year it was.
Two pretty nasty sliders.
So you'll have some stuff slightly outside the zone called. Seems to be consistent for both teams when it's happened when I've been playing. So I'm a big fan of that. Like, if you can learn early in the game that the umpire is going to call balls that are slightly high strikes for both teams, it's kind of fun.
A good fastball.
Kind of gives it like a different element to every game. And it's more realistic, let's be honest, right?
1-2.
I mean, it happens. We've seen the games. The umpires just make some bad calls.
And fouled off. And a swing and a miss. And that's that. Sean Newcomb takes over on the mound, and he has some nasty breaking stuff.
I think I've mentioned it before, but I really love that art. I like this, all the art cards that they had.
And here comes
the opening weekend.
And a foul ball.
A little tardy on that fastball. Is going to have to get it going a little quicker. Get that front foot down.
That one fouled off.
All right, 0-2, so they're probably going to throw me a really bad ball.
That hits the dirt, and that is ball one.
It's good speed at the top of the order here. You want to get it on, see if you can get a stolen base, maybe get around the bases and pick up a run.
Duvall, he ranges to his right, makes the grab, and there's one down. And the batter now Jim Edmonds.
The first baseman, Jim Edmonds.
So I have Jim Edmonds at first, which is not typically where he plays, but his bat's really good.
Ground ball right side.
Obviously not at this at bat.
Over to first.
He's
first two batters retired
until
here
I
at the
get
top of the
a
third.
better first
Well, he
baseman.
didn't recognize changeup earlier enough. Got out in front a little bit, rolled over on it.
Carlos Correa has been absolutely killing it for me. 471 with 10 homers.
The big lefty turns, kicks, deals. Correa looks at one outside there. Next offering is in for a strike. And Newcomb fires. Way inside, and that hit him.
Now, there's
Come on,
so
rush
much
the mound.
movement to his curveball,
How
but
come there's no
that
rush
wasn't
the mound
exactly
option
what he
in this
had in
game?
mind. It's a really good pitch for him, so we'll see if he can make an adjustment with it now.
Newcomb back to work. Swing and a pop-up in foul ground. Riley makes the catch, and that'll do it.
All right, let's see if
Back here
Otani
at the
can
ballpark,
finish off
bottom
the
of the
bottom
inning.
of the inning.
And now it's the switch hitting second baseman, Ozzie
The
Albies.
second baseman.
Ground ball up the middle.
Albies.
Over to Edmonds. One up, one down. And now Austin Riley. And he's already singled in this game. Out to short. Young collects.
That's a good start.
Young with the throw to first. And they're down to their last out. 2 outs, base is empty. And here is Ronald Acuna Jr. He is quite an athlete. I mean, you look around the other sports, basketball, football, you feel like he could thrive in one of those sports too.
Some real good life going through the zone on that one.
Next offering down in the dirt. Pitch misses inside, and it's 2-2.
That wasn't tempting. This might be one of those at bats that goes on a long time.
Kicks and deals. Left field.
I guess I should do that more often.
Verdugo on the move as he glides back. And that'll do it.
All right, so that's it. 3
Held
in
him down
game.
for 2 solid innings, recording 6 outs in this game. Really nice job of executing his pitches. Really just playing catch with the catcher, throwing whatever was put down.
It's glad that Cliff Lee got player of the game for
On.
his 1 inning of work. You really earned that one. So this is where you see what you've done for XP for the Faces of the Franchise program. Picked up 1288 just for playing that game. These are your progress towards more of the missions of the Faces of the Franchise program. So you can see I picked up 66 of the 500 points for Lee. You know, Dahl is gonna be finished with the next game as he needs just 6 more points, and then All-Star Young still got a little ways to go. But along the bottom we see what we have coming up. Like I get to do the Faces of the Franchise AL West next when I actually get to that one. And then these are the parallels. Otani, he's my highest one. As you can see, he's on his way to 4. He picked up 176 player experience points towards it. So every time you hit one of these levels, the card just goes up 1 with everything. So as you can see, when you get to the final one, the card is +5. So it's definitely worth doing if you have a card that you really like or a player that you really like to make that card slightly better. We beat the Braves, so we get their uniform card. And so I just want to kind of go through the simulating aspect. Like I said, it is faster, which is nice. But like I said, it would be nice if I didn't have to do 1 of these at a time. But maybe next year they'll improve that. I mean, I am grateful that the time it takes to get through 1 simulation is, I think it's been doubled. So I won't complain too hard. So I think we'll just park here for right now. We can take out the Nationals, pretty easy, and then kind of come down here and finish off Florida. And then all we have left is basically New England and Baltimore. And then the whole thing will be done. So I kind of enjoy getting the 10-pack of cards at the end. I enjoy all of the stuff that you get just for doing it. This first time through. As you go through again, you can get more of those prospect choice packs. Like I think those are repeatable as well. So you can keep getting more players, and you could either sell them in the marketplace or trade them in as part of exchanges for other programs. But I will say they do a good job of putting out a bunch of maps through the year. I mean, some of these are starters and are very simple, but you can keep repeating this one,
Attack phase.
which will give you 5 packs just for doing it. So you can just go around this thing a bunch of times. It doesn't take very long with these games and the quicker simulating, and you can earn 5 packs just like that. So it's definitely worth doing when you want to start building your roster out. So that's my favorite mode, and it'll still probably continue to be my number one played mode. But I'm going to also look at the other one I've been playing. I just need to